here we are for the tone and shape goal. So who is this goal not for? So this goal is not for somebody who is lacking in muscle structure, meaning if you have a small frame, you're skinny, and you lack a bit of muscle structure, this goal is not for you. If you are not looking to lose weight, if you are looking to maintain your weight and build more muscle first, then this goal is not for you. Who this goal is for is those who want to decrease the fluff, decrease the fat, lose some weight, reveal some of the muscle tone that they got underneath of it, right? You've got some muscle structure, but it's just hiding beneath the fluff and the fat, and you want to show more of it. And guys, if you are overweight, you focus on this goal, and in the process of losing the weight, you are going to put on some muscle as well. So it's like a 2-for-1, right? You're going to lose weight, and then when you decrease the weight, you're building muscle in the process, and you're going to see that shape start to come to life. All right. This is also for the women that have flabby arms, thick thighs, saggy booty, and you want to tone and work on those areas. This goal is for you. Mainly overall, tone and shape is somebody who wants to lose the weight, even if you are overweight. And if you have some muscle structure underneath of the fluff, this is what you want to focus on, toning and shaping, bringing that muscle structure back to life. So inside of this module, we are going to talk about these main topics: failing forward, consistency, planning ahead. Guys, don't just fast forward through these. Listen to me as I talk about each one of these topics. Drill them home now. All right. And then at the end of this is when we are going to go through Operation Macros and personalizing your macros for your goal. Failing forward. Let's talk about this first. Look, let me be brutally freaking honest with you right now. You are going to fail multiple freaking times. Guys, I failed so many freaking times, but that's why I am where I am now. And I'm going to share with you why. So guys, just accept this right freaking now. Accept it right now. You are going to fail multiple freaking times. Now, a better way to look at failure is not that you failed. It's not that you fucked up. There's no need to get frustrated with yourself. You just learned what not to do the next time. So failing actually equals success. You learn what not to do the next time. Once you fail, once you mess up, you didn't track right, you ate off course one day, you ate off course one weekend, the most important thing that you can do is to forgive yourself. And then the next day, you get right back to it. Guys, the next day, don't keep dwelling on how yesterday you messed up and, oh, I'm drowning myself in victim mentality and blah, 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 because that will just turn into a downward spiral of multiple days, weeks, and then you're going to find yourself 2 months in, you're like, well, shit. All because I messed up on 1 day or 2 days or 3 days. I ended up myself here 2 months later, and I'm now still trying to get results. Now, look, listen. If you do this over and over and over again, that means that you truly didn't learn from the first time that you fucked up, and that's on you. All right? The only way that occurrence stops, the only way that you stop fucking up is it's within your control, right? You feel the pain of you messing up. Why would you want to continue that? Okay? So learn moving forward. Fail forward. It's all in your control. Consistency, guys. Consistency, consistency, consistency. It is the name of the game. The name of the game towards any goal that you are working to accomplish. Staying consistent helps your body adapt and generate results quickly. Listen, someone who starts, stops, excuses, off track, stops, excuses, off track, starts, guys, it will take them 4 months to start seeing the results. How do I know this? I have dealt with women who are just like this. If you are just like this, don't be this person. There's two types of person. There's people that make excuses, and there's people that make shit happen. The ones that are making the excuses are going to take them 4 months to figure out their own shit, and then it's going to be 4 months until they start seeing the results. Someone who starts, overcomes this resistance, says no in support of their goals, which I'll talk about this in lesson 4 of goal setting. Somebody who continues on, controls, and stays consistent. Someone who is the warrior in themselves. That's going to take that person 2 to 3 weeks to get their starting results. So guys, there's two types of people, like I said. Which one are you going to be inside of this course? Are you going to be the excuse maker, or are you going to be the action taker? Are you going to be the one that makes shit happen? Because I'll tell you, there's 2 drastic results that you're going to see with those. Consistency freaking matters. Start developing your consistency muscle now. Start working towards it every single day, and it will get stronger and stronger and stronger. Okay, planning. Fail to plan, plan to fail, guys. Write that down. Fail to plan to fail. Meal prepping, pre-planning your meals ahead of time is going to help you win big and stay consistent. I will tell you the number one failure that I see in women with macros, especially when they start off, they use the excuse, I don't have enough time. And then they wake up the next day, they log their breakfast, and then as they go about their day, they start logging lunch, and then they start logging dinner, and by the end of the day, they still have 40 grams of protein, and 100 grams of carbs, and 60 grams of fats. And then that day is pretty much shot. Guys, don't be that person. Take the time, because let me tell you, like that has caused a lot of frustration when people just track as they go. Take the time for yourself at night or first thing in the morning to structure your macros. Now I'm going to talk about this inside of the implementation side of things. You're going to know exactly how to do this, but I want to just drill it home right now that planning ahead is going to be the absolute game changer, second to consistency and second to learning that failure is success. Okay? Planning ahead is going to help you far succeed the goals that you're trying to accomplish. Take the time for yourself. You deserve it to plan your nights, plan your day the night before, or sit down in the morning first thing, plan your day, structure your macros. This is what I like to call it the 10 by 10 method. Literally, at first, it's going to take you a bit to get down the macro game. It's going to take you a bit to play around in MyFitnessPal to learn quantity, quality, all this kind of stuff that I'm going to talk about inside of implementation in lesson 2. But once you do get it down, once you do show up and do this every single day, more repetitive basis, it just gets easier and easier and easier and easier. All right? At first, it's going to be you taking time to get used to it, and then over time, it's just going to get simple, easy, just like it is to brush your teeth every single night. All right, so 10 minutes takes 10 minutes to program your macros inside of whatever macro fitness tracker you're using. I use MyFitnessPal. I'll get to that in the side implementation side of things. But 10 minutes to program your macros, 10 minutes to prepare. This will save you 30 minutes of trying to figure out what to eat and 2 days of wishing that you didn't eat off track. Did you guys hear me say that? 10 minutes to program your meals and program your macros out inside of the fitness tracker. I use MyFitnessPal. 10 minutes to prepare then your meals inside of like Tupperware. It's going to save you 30 minutes trying to figure what the fuck you should eat and 2 days of wishing that you didn't go off track because you couldn't figure out what you wanted to eat or you were tracking as you went. Mark my words on that one, guys. Okay. Operation Macros. This is the exciting part. I'm so stoked. So there's 3 steps in doing this Operation Macros to start building the beautiful body, getting you more confident and becoming a stronger version of yourself. Step 1 is learning your specific unique body type. This is what makes this Macro Accelerator course completely different than anything that is out there. It is personalized specifically to you, your stats, but also to your body type, because not every body is the same. Step 2 is you're going to take the body type quiz to figure out exactly what your body type is. And then step 3, that's where you're going to develop your personal macros for your body type and the goals that you are here to accomplish. So step 1, just a broad overview of the 3 specific body types. The first one is ectomorph, small frame, usually known as skinny fat. Mesomorphs are athletic. They've got the broad cap, nice shoulders. They've got like that athletic look to themselves. And endomorphs are that round body, and they're known as being like short and stocky. They're known as like being like the big girls, like, you know, like the big bone girls. That's the endomorph side of things. And before I go any further, everybody's body type is perfect. Love yourself no matter where you are at your journey. You are making yourself better. You're already good now. You're making yourself great. Okay? Everybody's body type is perfect, but there are unique styles to our bodies, and everybody's body is different. Let's talk about the ectomorphs first. So these guys are generally thin and lean. They have slender waist, very narrow hips and shoulders, like their hips and shoulders are in a line. They got small joints, they got long legs and very long arms. These guys are slim without much body fat or noticeable muscle mass. These guys should not be focusing on toning and shape and shaping, okay? These guys are the ones that want to maintain and build. They've got a very fast metabolism. Legit, I have a VIP WarriorBabe who is this body type and is eating 350 grams of carbohydrates and 2 refeeds a week, where she has 400 grams of carbs. These body types have a very, very, very fast metabolism. They burn calories quickly. Like, they need to eat. And regardless of what and how often or how much they eat, they don't gain weight or muscle very easily. That's why, like, these guys, you have to eat. All right, so the mesomorphs. The mesomorphs are, this is what I am, naturally muscular, moderate size frames with wider shoulders and a narrow waist, very strong arms, strong legs, modest amount of body fat. These guys seem to build muscle easily and require like a higher macro intake. They're able to lose and or gain weight pretty freaking easily. I didn't go through the examples of the ectomorphs, but there's the examples of the ectomorphs, the supermodel Giselle, and then Cameron Diaz, and the mesomorphs is Madonna and Serena Williams. So guys, like, start like thinking like, which one am I? Which one do I look like? Does my body resemble? Like, start kind of getting a grasp on that before like you take the actual quiz for yourself. And then there's the beautiful endomorphs. These guys have a larger bone structure, right? Like I said, like the big girls, the ones that like got some muscle to them, but they have a larger bone structure. Narrow hips, narrow shoulders, wider hips. So their hips are wider than their shoulders. They're pear-shaped, curvaceous, and full-figured with higher amounts of body fat. They carry any like excess weight usually in their lower abdomen, their hips, and their thighs. I'm sure a lot of you guys are probably like, ding, 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 that's me. Challenging for them to lose weight, but with the right approach, it can be done. And with the approach here that I am going to share with you, it can be done. How do I know? It's helped thousands of women, a lot of them being endomorphs. Examples are Beyonce and Jennifer Lopez. All right, so some of you guys, as I'm going through this, may be like, I resemble kind of a mesomorph, but I also have like the lower half issue going on, right? I'm sure you're like, damn, Mickey, yes. So with that being said, there is such thing as a hybrid body type. You could be a hybrid body type. I tend to mix between a meso and an endo. Whenever I start putting on some weight or building, like, it all goes in my lower half. So there's ectomesomorphs. These guys are increasingly common in the athletic world. They have like they're very aesthetically pleasing and appealing. They have the fitness model look. Like an ectomesomorph is a perfect example is Michael Phelps. Perfect example. Often muscular with a V-shaped torso, lean and agile, with strong looking but not bulky arms and legs. Then you've got the mesoendomorphs, thick arms and legs, boxy chest, midsection. This type looks powerful. These are many power lifters and contact sport people like rugby and football. And like I said, like the women, like you guys may resemble this mesoendomorph where you've got like a nice upper body, but it's like the lower body that's such a pain in the ass when it comes to losing and decreasing body fat and like shaping it. I am that one. So I feel you, babes. So, and then there's ectoendomorphs. Usually this one's commonly becoming more well known. It's usually behaviorally acquired body type. And why I say it's becoming more commonly well known is because so many of us go through these fucking fad programs and destroy the inner metabolism. And then this resembles this type of body type, and it's usually behavior acquired. It's because you might have lost your way in terms of diet and physical activity for so long that the hormonal system has just gone off course. So this is somebody who is really like an ectomorph underneath, but just added significant body fat. And it's from poor eating habits, being sedentary for way too long, or a combination of both. So these guys have like longer limbs and smaller bone structure, but like the rounder, softer midsections, flabby upper arms, legs, and it's just from like sheer neglect. Like this one is just like the diet-induced body type, I'm gonna call it. There we go, it's brand new, just came out with it. Diet-induced body type. It's not your fault, babes. We're here to fix it. All right, so those are the hybrid body types. So start to think, I may be one of these guys, right? Now we're going to drill it home. Step 2 is you're going to take the body type quiz. That is linked below this module inside the action items section. So, and I'm going to run through it with you in just a second. I'm going to show you exactly what the quiz looks like. And then step 3, once you are done completing the quiz, this is where you're going to develop your personal macros. It's going to lead you to a calculator to type in your stats, your age, your height, and your weight, and it's going to pump out exactly the macronutrients that you have to follow for the goal that you are here and working towards. All right, so step 1, we discuss the body types, kind of get an idea, I may be this one. Now let's actually go find out which body type you are by taking the body type quiz. And then we will develop your personal macros. Let's do it, babe. I'll see you inside the body type quiz. All right, here we are inside the WarriorBabe body type quiz. Guys, this is, again, below this module video in the downloadable section where the action items are, so you can download it and you can take the quiz for yourself and go through this at your own time. So let me just drop some rules right now when it comes to taking this body type quiz. You want to read through the following questions and statements. You want to read them thoroughly. And when you're doing this, read through the questions, read through the answers, pick in real honest time what the answer applies to you, and then move on. Don't second guess, move on. Because if you start second guess, guys, you're going to get overwhelmed, think that you're 5 different body types, or it can go one way or this way, whatever. Look, just answer it as honest as you possibly can for you, and that's it. All right? You may have 2 responses that apply to you. Trust your instincts. Choose both, because you could be a hybrid at the end of this. All right? So you'll see the questions are here. Read through them. Again, answer what answers apply to you and your specific body type. And then once you get through all 10 of them, you're going to scroll to the next page for your scoring. Let me discuss the scoring with you. You're going to add up the number of times you answered A, B, or C. Do that to the side of the paper. If you choose mostly A's, you're an ectomorph. If you choose mostly B's, you're a mesomorph. If you choose mostly C's, you're an endomorph. Your responses are divided fairly equal, as in 5 and 5, or even 6 and 4 between 2 different letters, and you have a hybrid body type. So to be more specific with that, if your responses are split between A's and B's, you're an ectomesomorph. If they're spread between B's and C's, you're a mesoendomorph. If you find that your responses are 50-50 or 60-40 split between A's and C's, then you're an ectoendomorph. So then that's how you can determine what your body type is. Once you figure out what that is, write it on the piece of paper for you. And then, this is really important, you guys. If you find yourself being a hybrid body type, if you are ecto-meso or if you're meso-endo, you are going to follow the mesomorph personalization when it comes to finding your macros. If you are an ecto-endo, then you are going to follow the endomorph personalization when it comes to finding your macros. So they're right here. If you're an ectomorph, click here to personalize your macros. If you're a mesomorph, click here to personalize your macros. If you're an endomorph, click here to personalize your macros. It's that freaking simple. Don't overcomplicate this. Take the time to go through this quiz, determine what your body type is, read through what I'm writing here for you, because it's literally written plain and to the point and simple for you to know exactly where to go next with your personalization for your macros. Now, when it comes to the calculators, and you know what body type you are, the calculators are also found in the downloadable section here, and where the action items are placed. So if you find out you're an ectomorph, you find out you're a mesomorph, or you find out you're an endomorph, you can click on the ectomorph or mesomorph or endomorph calculator, and that's where you can personalize your macros. All right, guys. See you inside of the next lesson where we will implement all of this stuff that we are starting to learn. I'm so excited and I cannot wait. I'll see you there.